A friend once described her finances before she had a system. It was like water running through my hands. I knew I was earning, but I couldn't figure out where it all went. Then she created simple buckets: bills, investments, spending, savings, and set up automatic transfers. Within months, she felt in control for the first time. She said, "I didn't earn more. I just gave my money a path." Most financial problems get worse when money moves without a plan, and better when every dollar has a path. Have you ever felt like your money just disappears? You earn a paycheck, pay bills, buy groceries, maybe a few small purchases, and before long, your account balance is lower than you expected. It's not that you're irresponsible, you're paying obligations, trying to be careful, but somehow the system still feels chaotic. Money comes in, money goes out, without a clear sense of control. The problem usually isn't income, and it isn't even discipline. It's the lack of a system. When money flows randomly, it tends to disappear randomly. But when money flows through a clear structure, something powerful happens. You gain control. Your financial life is essentially a system of flows. Income flows in, expenses flow out, savings and investments flow into your future. If these flows aren't organized intentionally, spending tends to dominate. That's why the first step in a money flow system is deciding where money goes before it arrives. Instead of reacting to money after it appears, you assign each dollar a purpose. This is intentional allocation. Let's imagine someone earns $5,000 per month after taxes. Instead of letting that money mix together in one account, they divide it into clear categories. 50% for living expenses, rent or mortgage, utilities, groceries, transportation, insurance. 20% for investing, retirement accounts, brokerage accounts, long-term growth. 10% for savings, emergency fund, short-term goals, future large purchases. 10% for discretionary spending, dining out, entertainment, hobbies, guilt-free fun. 10% for long-term goals, travel fund, home down payment, education. These percentages can vary depending on personal circumstances, but the key idea is structure. Every dollar has a destination. When you know exactly how much goes where, you stop wondering whether you can afford something. You simply consult your plan. The second part of the system is automation. Automation removes the need for constant decision-making. The moment income arrives, transfers occur automatically, investments are funded, savings accounts grow, bills are paid. This ensures that financial priorities happen consistently, because relying on willpower alone can be unreliable. Automation protects your long-term goals. Consider the psychological effect. When you have to manually move money to savings each month, you're constantly making a choice. Some months you're motivated, other months you're tired, stressed, or tempted to spend. Automation takes that choice away. The money moves before you even see it, and your lifestyle adjusts to what remains. It's the difference between hoping you'll save and knowing you will. The third component is expense awareness. Many people underestimate how much they spend. Small expenses accumulate quietly: subscriptions, convenience purchases, impulse spending. Without awareness, these expenses grow unnoticed. But a simple monthly review can reveal patterns: where money is going, which expenses are useful, which ones can be reduced. This awareness improves financial control. You don't need to track every penny forever. A 20-minute review once a month is often enough. Look at your bank and credit card statements. Notice the subscriptions you no longer use. See the coffee shop visits that add up. Spot the online purchases that felt small at the time. Awareness doesn't require perfection. It just requires looking. And once you see the leaks, plugging them becomes easy. The emergency fund is another important piece. Unexpected expenses are one of the most common financial disruptions. Car repairs, medical costs, travel emergencies. Without savings, these expenses often create debt. But with an emergency fund, the financial system remains stable. Even a small emergency fund, $1,000 to $2,000, can absorb many surprises. Over time, building 3 to 6 months of living expenses creates powerful financial security. Think of the emergency fund as a buffer. Without it, every surprise is a crisis. With it, surprises become inconveniences. That shift from crisis to inconvenience reduces stress and protects your investment contributions. When an emergency strikes, you don't have to raid your long-term investments or go into debt. You simply use the buffer and then rebuild it. Investing is the part of the system that builds long-term wealth. Savings protect your present. Investments grow your future. When money is invested consistently, compounding begins working. Compounding occurs when investment returns generate additional returns. For example, imagine investing $800 per month into a diversified portfolio, earning an average annual return of 8%. After 10 years, you might have around $145,000. After 20 years, about $470,000. After 30 years, over $1.1 million. These results don't require extraordinary investment skills, they require consistency. The money flow system ensures that consistency. By automating your investment contribution every month, you remove the temptation to skip a month when life feels tight. You also remove the fear of timing the market. You're investing regardless of whether the market is up or down, which over time smooths out volatility and captures long-term growth. Now imagine someone following this money flow system for many years. Income arrives, money is automatically allocated, expenses remain controlled, investments grow steadily. Over time, financial momentum builds. The goal of a money flow system is not restriction, it's clarity. You still spend money, you still enjoy life, but spending becomes intentional rather than accidental. When someone knows exactly how much is available for discretionary spending, they can enjoy it without guilt because their financial priorities have already been handled. 2 financial lives, one without structure. Income arrives, expenses happen randomly, savings happen occasionally. The other follows a structured money flow system. Investments are automatic, savings grow, spending is organised. After 20 years, the outcomes may look dramatically different, not because one person earned more, but because one person organised their financial flows. Let's be specific. The person without structure might earn the same income, but each month they spend what's in the account, save whatever is left, often nothing, and never build lasting momentum. The person with the system consistently invests $800 a month, builds a 6-figure portfolio over time, and eventually reaches a point where their investment returns exceed their contributions. The difference is not in income, it's in the system. Now, imagine implementing this system today. Your income begins flowing into specific categories. Your investments begin growing automatically. Your savings build quietly. Your spending becomes intentional. Over time, your financial life begins stabilizing. Because money is no longer chaotic, it's organized, purposeful, working toward long-term goals. Eventually, something remarkable happens. Your investments begin producing meaningful returns, your financial stress decreases, your options expand. All because you created a system where money flows in the direction of your future instead of disappearing into the past. And that simple shift can completely transform how your financial life unfolds. If you've been feeling like money is slipping through your fingers, don't blame yourself. Blame the lack of a system. And the fix is simple. Decide on your percentages, set up automatic transfers, review once a month, build an emergency fund, and invest consistently. You don't need to be a financial expert. You just need to give your money a path. Once the path is in place, you'll find that control comes naturally. And with it, the freedom to focus on what really matters in your life.